I love people, I love art, I love emotion, I love feeling, I love textures, I love colors. I love intimacy, I love uncomfortable moments. I feel like my life is art. There's not one thing that inspires me. What inspires me is when I'm able to show up in a moment and see all the abundance and the beauty that's available at every moment. As I was growing up, my mom was she was always taking pictures, and she had a 35mm. And I remember, like, on Christmas morning, she would have the camera set up and we'd open up the living room door and walk in. And if she didn't get the moment, she'd have us walk back inside and relive this excitement. And sometimes it took long periods of time. And there was always photo albums. So there was always pictures around. And there was also this gallery right near my kitchen. And it was a picture of her hand and my father's hand on top of each other, and it was shot obviously at their wedding. And I just remember the contrast between their skin color and always being drawn to that image. So I took a photo class in high school that I really loved, and I would go home with my friends in New York, and I remember bringing my camera and shooting different images. And I remember one that really stuck out, a series of images I did in the projects off of Gun Hill Road in the Bronx. And everyone else came back from their long weekend with like pictures of flowers, and I remember my teacher saying that my work was about social commentary and documenting just kind of the conditions of people, and that always fascinated me. So I've always been a huge observer, and I remember when I was younger, there was this cartoon character of me, and I was this big human eyeball. And I just remember thinking that I just wanted to be in places and be invisible and just document what it is that I saw, because I always feel like I see a lot. And there's what's right in front of you, and then there's like the backstory and all the other emotions and feelings that I'm really fascinated in. So it's like the less polished moments are what really get my attention. I say in my mission statement, I invite you to be seen. Come over. I want to create this space, and let's see, and let me document the beauty and the complexity that I see. And it's my gift after a photo shoot, after I edit the images, to present them to my clients, to show them what it is that I see. And the way that this culture is set up in society is for us to really not appreciate ourselves, not to like ourselves. Because the more if we liked ourselves more, we would consume less and we would focus on other things. So they, meaning the powers that be, advertisers, people that are marketing products, they run on our insecurities and feelings of inadequacy. So this feels like my way of showing people that we're good. We don't have to consume, we don't have to feel inadequate, we don't have to do all these things that we think we need to do in order to be beautiful. And then the layers start to appear, and the complexities, and sadness, and happiness, and sensuality, and emotion. How I got involved with the Life is Living project with Mark Bumlety Joseph. He started these festivals, Life is Living, all over the country to teach about sustainability and not only surviving, but living a healthy, abundant life. And that starts with loving and honoring yourself, and then the community, and then the environment.
So think of this brother brown, now see this mother black. See how dark the day becomes when you bury the sun? How you set the future back? A mother inters a murdered teen. Look real close as the Chicago spirit becomes a canvas moan.
out to Chicago this summer with the crew, with Youth Speaks as well, and photographed and documented a march through the Chicago streets and the festival. And now Bamuti and I are presenting my images with his words.
In the morning.
What I've found is that I really love to shoot with natural light. It feels safe, it feels natural, it feels less obtrusive, less staged, and it's what's available. And there's something about being present and being in the moment and working with what's available. So natural light, I feel, is absolutely perfect because it's the expression of spirit. It's what is at that moment. And when I pick up a camera, it's like time stops and I'm able to see things that I couldn't have seen without holding the camera. So for me, it's just really a practice of showing up. And when I'm holding the camera and I'm looking through a lens, I just see infinite possibilities. And I really want to be a catalyst and help people remember their power and their gifts. And there's nothing, what I love most is just to see people huge and bright and happy and passionate. One thing I really love is watching people initially just being like scared and really rigid, and then by the end just completely seeing a whole nother person. So that's just a good metaphor and a good depiction of fear, how if we just face our fears, then we get to, you know, just expand and feel empowered. There's just something that happens where I just really see that this is a gift and that something is moving through me to create these images.